Hello everyone, it's Kieran Calamity, and welcome back to Lord of the Flies, the graphic novel. I forgot to mention in part 1, this is adapted and illustrated by Amy DeJong. If I said that wrong, forgive me. I'm not good with last names if they're like that. But we are on Chapter 2, so we're just going to get right into it. So, here we go. Chapter 2, Fire on the Mountain.
This is real exploring. I bet nobody's been here before. We ought to draw a map. Only, we haven't any paper. We could make scratches on bark and rub black stuff in. Come on. Heave! 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 Wee-ah-oo! Like a bomb!
They had guessed before that this was an island. They had known by some instinct that the sea lay on every side, but there seemed something more fitting in leaving the last word till they stood on the top and could see a circular horizon of water.
Golly, that's where we landed. There's no village, smoke, and no boats.
This belongs to us. Come on, we found out what we wanted to know. They were in the beginnings of the thick forest, plonking with wary feet on a track, when they heard the noises, squeakings, and the hard strike of hoofs on a path. They found a piglet caught in a curtain of creepers, throwing itself at the elastic traces in all the madness of extreme terror. Jack drew his knife again with a flourish. Then the piglet tore loose from the creepers and scurried into the undergrowth. Why didn't you? I was going to. I was going to.
We're on an island. We've been on the mountaintop and seen water all round. We saw no houses, no smoke, no footprints, no boats, no people.
We shall have to look after ourselves.
All the same, you need an army. For hunting.
We can't have everybody talking at once. We'll have to have hands up like at school. I'll give the conch to the next person to speak. He can hold it when he's speaking. But the small boy held out his hands for the conch, and the assembly shouted with laughter. At once he snatched back his hands and started to cry.
Let him have the conch! Let him have it!
He wants to know what you're going to do about the snake thing. In the woods, a snake thing, ever so big. He saw it. Now he says it was a beastie.
Beastie?
He says the beastie came in the dark. It came and went away again and came back and wanted to eat him. He must have had a nightmare. There isn't a snake thing. But if there was a snake, we'd hunt it and kill it.
There isn't a snake!
We'll make sure when we go hunting.
But I tell you, there isn't!
My father's in the Navy. He said there aren't any unknown islands left, and sooner or later a ship will put it here. We can help them to find us. We must make a fire.
A fire! Make a fire! A fire! Come on! Has anyone got any matches? His specs. Use them as burning glasses. Let me go! My specs! Give me my specs! The flame, nearly invisible at first in that bright sunlight, enveloped a small twig, grew, was enriched with color, and reached up to a branch which exploded with a sharp crack. For yards round the fire, the heat was like a blow, and the breeze was a river of sparks. The boys were dancing. One patch touched the tree trunk and scrambled up like a bright squirrel. The squirrel leapt on the wings of the wind and clung to another standing tree, eating downwards. The separate noises of the fire merged into a drum roll that seemed to shake the mountain. We wanted smoke. Now look. Just you listen! The first thing we ought to have made was shelters down there by the beach. But the first time Ralph says fire, you goes howling and screaming up this here mountain, like a pack of kids. Won't we look funny if the whole island burns up? That little un, him with the mark on his face. I don't see him. Him that talked about the snakes. Where is he now? A murmur rose among the boys. And died away. And that is it for Chapter 2 of Lord of the Flies, the graphic novel. Now, in case you're wondering about that little kid that was talking about the snakes with the birthmark, people who don't understand the situation, he died in the fire. I know, this book is dark. That's how this works, but it'll only get darker from here. But stay tuned for Chapter 3. Let me know if I should continue the book, because I didn't get any comments on the first video yet on whether I should continue, but this is such a good book, and I feel like we really ought to read more. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next part, hopefully. Bye, guys.